lights are still off at in the park as well. Bastards. I wonder if it wasn't one of us that did that, maybe. Like one of our people, one of the protesters. And I'm just calling one of them a bastard.
Dog. Somebody's missing a dog. Or they found a dog.
We found a dog on 4th and Main. It is a tiny black dog. If you are missing a dog, please come to the tent. We have a tiny black Shih Tzu with no collar.
Chris, yes, that works too. Did we just witness somebody fall?
If you are missing a dog, we have a dog here. It is a tiny black Shih Tzu with no collar. We has a collar but no tags.
That's the little puppy.
He's shaking off his chains and resisting his master.
Say again?
He's shaking off his chains and resisting his master.
He's out here to protest.
Okay. Dog is found. Dog is found. The owner came and found it. Yeah, I thought that closed the park down too. It seems like everybody just left. I got you guys right now. What's up? Hey, my viewers want to know how they can donate.
Oh, for this?
Yeah.
So we will have a cash app, look up legal tape, do a silence picture. We got TT.
Okay. Can you?
But it's not running right now, so we don't have our Facebook page yet. It's like the X Project, also known as Changing the Gray Street. Same emblem right here. Or same emblem right here.
All right. Can you write it down so I can show my viewers how they can donate? I'm about to drop my stuff, guys. Ooh. I tried to take my mask off, or the And my ski mask came off too.
We gotta have that. Oh my God, hit the hard again. I gotta
I'm having them write it down so you guys can donate. All right. If you guys want to donate, go to that website. I'll type it too. Fuck. Let me put this down. Okay. Where the donations go? People were asking how they can donate to this tent. Okay. All right, yeah. So if you guys want to donate to the tent, you guys can tomorrow. No problem. All right, let me put this down real quick so that I can put my gear back on. Thank you, Kiana. Let me put this down for a second so I can get my gear on. One second.
Cafe. By the way, check out that prior video this time.
All right, I'm back. My bad, guys.
Black lives fucking matter, guys. Grab your water though, Gatorade. Make yourself fresh.
Yeah, the fence is still up.
I saved it on my phone.
Excuse me. Thank you, April.
So Matt, my coworker, he's like an uncle. He fucking he doesn't go. He has somebody go to the Indian reservation every year to get illegal fireworks.
4th of July over there slaps.
Oh yeah. Oh, you see that?
The cops straight up here.
Then we can talk about what we can do from there. Because this isn't just about our conditions, this is a psychology. This is in the mind, bro. And my brothers out here, we're angry. We're angry. We need other people to get angry too. Anger is a gift. And what these motherfuckers are doing, what the police are doing, what Inslee's doing, what the fucking mayor's doing, they're trying to get rid of that shit. They're trying to make us happy. This happiness that you see is a good thing, but it's also complacency. Because a lot of these motherfuckers are gonna go home and say, I did something because I went outside and I partied.
Did you see some of the discussion forums here, just like addressing issues? Because that's what we got to turn this into, is like a solutionary gathering. If we can start like listening to voices like yours that have seen the situation, need to reverse engineer, re-engineer the system, like we're ready to listen, like we're ready to hear that and turn this culture into one that's not just partying here. We're ready to do shit. Like we're ready to do shit, but we need to get organized. We need to have discussion spaces, make circles. Like,
I think that's the first step. Right now, I mean, it's ugly and it's chaotic because people are networked. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. That's what happens when you have chaotic waters for a second. You need people to kind of like dip themselves into the pool and realize that this is the process of unlearning what you've learned. You're asking people what's going on, and that's a step. But the issue isn't about just doing this. It's about how long you do this. This isn't a sprint. This is a motherfucking marathon. You know what I'm saying? This is a marathon. And the thing is, this marathon has been going on for 450 years, so it's not like we're just starting the marathon.
Right.
People got to catch up.
right.
That's what we're trying to get people to do. Catch up to the marathon that people have been running. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, this is wonderful shit. I hope people keep doing this. I hope people put their money where their mouth is and lead the Socratic seminars in a place that's outside the classroom. Take that shit home. Take that shit to family meals. You know what I mean? Take that shit to your fucking inside of your offices and shit. Hold your fucking CEOs accountable. Stop being afraid of losing some fucking money by letting your boss convince you that the status quo is the right thing. You know what I mean? Money ain't everything. Cause how the fuck you gonna run around getting all this money and you ain't happy? You know what I mean? Fuck all that. There's plenty of people, there are billionaires up there that make a whole bunch of money, but they ain't fucking happy. They're miserable. Because they're afraid, they have to hide themselves all the fucking time. They have to hide from all of this. They can't come out to this. They can't come out to this because of the fact that they fucked over so many people where they feel like this is opposition. Love is opposition. Love is anarchy. Right. Trump thinks that this is fucking anarchy.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? And the reason why he thinks it's anarchy is because he's so fucking far detached from being in the streets that this is basically, this is
Unfortunately, this is where my broadcast ends. I have to get going. I have to work tomorrow. I'm gonna do one walk through here. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Please donate or take a look at the pinned message down below. The young local rapper shared his music on my live earlier. Hopefully you can check out his Instagram. You guys know what I've been promoting all this whole time. KingCountyEquityNow.com and community. You can find the other link here in my clipboard. I'm here to bear witness and show everybody that this is a peaceful protest. And you know, prove to the other media that everything else is fake news. This is a peaceful place. We don't need the police here. But I do have to go. I have to get some food for myself and then I have to drive back to Tacoma. Thank you for everybody who came out tonight. I appreciate all the support. Jason, you're awesome, bro. I really appreciate you. I've seen your bubble up there all night. I see you, brother. Protest Pav on camera. I see you too. Pav, I see you coming out, showing support. I appreciate you, man. Anybody else that's here right now, I appreciate you all. Make sure to donate if you can, please. I'm not only here bearing witness, but I'm also here to raise money for local BIPOC organizations. Please take a look at those links I shared. Take action today. Don't be complacent in the injustice that's happening all over America for our black brothers and sisters. Please take some action today. That's why I'm here, to motivate you all to do something. Be a part of the solution, not part of the problem, okay? Please, I will be back tomorrow night from 7:30 till 10:30, broadcasting for you guys, showing you what's going on and staying as safe as possible, wearing my mask, wearing earplugs, doing what I need to do to stay safe, and exposing any injustice that I may see with this camera. So again, thank you everybody for coming out tonight. I'll talk to you all soon. Much love, okay? Peace out, everybody.
So, like I said, Cal Edison Park is dark right now. But man, I don't really see like a sense of leadership, man. But it's coming. I mean, the guys on Capitol Hill, you know what I'm saying? They're organizing themselves and everything else. And, you know, I don't know. I mean, but I'm going to find out, because that's why you guys got me out here, is to be able to find out what's up. But the mayor apparently had a meeting with some black leaders. And you know what? I told you guys from day one, I said, you know what? No matter what, or no matter who, if someone can't make the protests, at the time, even before the CHAZ was there, it was like, if someone can't make these protests stop, then, you know, where do they fit into the value chain? Because for the SPD, the SPD wants to be able to get their precinct back. We're going to cut across Cal Anderson Park here. A lot of people in the park still tonight, even though there's no lights. The Seattle Police Department wants to be able to get their precinct back, and they want to be able to get it back peacefully. And at this point, a lot of people that are representing the organizations of different leadership, say in the black community and things like that, they've made appearances at the East Precinct. They've talked to people at the East Precinct. And so now it's really going to come down to, like, we're walking through Cal Anderson Park right now. It's a new view for you guys. The lights haven't been off here in a long time at this hour. The lights usually go off at 4 a.m., but there's no lighting here tonight. Not sure why, but there's mutual aid over there as we come through. But, you know, I think that it's leadership, man. And, you know, I've been telling you guys for a long time that it's going to come down to, man, who got the juice? Who got the juice? Because the people in Cap Hill, they're very happy to sit there and continue to be there until the right deal is made. So, you know, I bring this up because I hope people down at City Hall are listening as well. You know what I'm saying? That it's like, hopefully, whatever you guys put together down there on this situation that's going on, you know, it's with somebody who actually has some reach, and not only the black community, but also the community here on Capitol Hill. So, one complaint or observation, at least, that we heard today, coming out of the meeting that occurred at Langston Hughes today, was that, hey, what's up? One of the things that, man, this mutual aid is gone, huh? One of the things that we heard was that there was a lot of black leaders who weren't invited, maybe the wrong people invited. I mean, these guys are literally hanging out. What's good? What's good? Really dark over here tonight because the lights are off, by the way. All right. Then this is the other side of the Black Lives Matter mural. Right here on Black Lives Matter Way, inside the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, as it's being referred to by the residents. Well, yeah, I mean, it's really interesting, I'll be honest with you. Especially with today being the day that they came out and said that, you know, here on, you know, at the precinct, what the plans were and everything else. But I mean, this isn't necessarily a safe environment, but, you know, I know people that say, well, if you're autonomous, turn on your own lights. So that could be the case as well, but I'm just saying that, yeah. So, personally, it's an opinion. In my opinion, I think that what we're seeing play out in Seattle is a power grab. You know, I mean, but the best thing is power grabs happen all the time. And, you know, and like I said before, a long time ago, guys, that you know, how this plays out, you know, it's gonna be literally that, a power grab, how people can use this situation. I'm not necessarily saying use in a bad way, but I don't think there's any other word, or I guess you could say maximize what's gone on up here in the Hill to be able to push whatever agenda that they have. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing either. That's just the way that it works, politics and everything else. And, you know, the deals are made. So I haven't necessarily, when the people I talk to every day, I'm up at like 5 a.m., I will talk to those guys, I've talked to people throughout the day and everything else. There hasn't been one person yet that wins the straw poll. You know what I'm saying? That's good, man. Yeah, everything cool?
It helps them move out. Stop doing it, check it out.
Yeah, it's active, huh? For a Thursday night, too, right?
It's like a festival, man.
It does look like a festival. Yeah, self-care, man. Don't worry, I won't be out here too long tonight. I'm working on my self-care. You think it's... Oh, yeah. You see that? And so... You know there's a second segment, too. Oh, okay, cool. Do you think I described everything accurately? Yeah, I tell her. Right. Yeah, and I got shot by one of them rubber bullets. Wow, that's crazy. You'd be up early if you were watching Democracy Now!, man.
Every day of my life.
Wow, okay. Appreciate it. Thank you for the support.
Appreciate you too, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything you do.
No problem. Coffee shop here. Yeah.
Asked before, but I never heard something.
Defund, not decap. Okay, I'm gonna circle around and come back. Mutual aid.
Hey, turn around. I'm in the middle of the crosswalk. Crosswalk. Over here. Beer on the other side of the pole. Look at my. I got a beer in there. I got you to go home with the beer, man. I got it right too. They got me out here.
So, in the interim, though, I know I've been talking about leadership and things like that. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely the officers that are in there inside the East Precinct. We'll make our way back up there shortly. So, you know, like, it's I mean, you basically got a lot of people who are doing a lot of art, everything else out here. I mean, it's just a happy atmosphere. But to be honest with you, this is kind of an atmosphere that's kind of native to Capitol Hill. You know, I mean, the block party got canceled. Pride got canceled. Guys are just out here, I'll be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? They're definitely out here. So,
thing is, like, once again,
I don't know. I mean, I'm saying like shit. Looking eastbound right here on, well, I guess what used to be called Pine Street, and what the residents of the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone are now calling. Hey, what's up, man? You good? I'm gonna hit you back.
Man, you've been here all day recording. What you
All
recording?
day. I've been here. Yeah, even longer than that. But yeah,
Where's this going to?
it's going to the world.
Oh, okay.
That's all. Trying to show the world what's going on.
All right.
Okay, be safe.
Is there anything up here you want to go to?
So somebody made mention of the East Precinct, and there being officers inside the East Precinct. This is the East Precinct right now, man. You know what I'm saying?
One thing about the happened to things, I'm still
Hey, how are you? So don't see anybody in the lobby area right now. But
That was the first time I've ever said that out loud. It's so much better with police.
what's up, man? So coming back up here, we'll give you this shot. I guess you could say from backstage.
Black existence, then you do not support Black lives. Black lives do not matter to you because your actions, rather your inactions, speak volumes. And to the white people here, this is not Coachella. I've seen more white folks speaking down to and over Black folks, more paternalism and white saviorism, and more of y'all taking up space than I have in a long fucking time. A woman made mention at the takeover of City Hall, all the white faces filling that space. What would that space have looked like if y'all stayed outside and gave up that space to Black and brown folks? My advice to you is watch how much space you are taking up. Where are you standing? How are you moving? How are you respecting the Black folks right in front of you? And what might it look like for you all to take a step back and let Black folks listen and observe Black leaders and speakers from the front of the crowd instead of always pushing them to the back or to the sides or allowing them to be swallowed by the crowd? This movement is not your movement. Your job is to police the police. Your job is to act as a barrier between them and us. I read a comment on Facebook that said something to the effect of, a Black protester was shot in broad daylight. and all white folks did was run and then call him a hero. What does it look like for y'all to actually be about that life? What does it look like for you all to not be out here for brownie points, but to start funneling those resources and money and access to individual black people, to black-led orgs, to black youth, and to black trans folks? Lastly, this is not supposed to be fun for you at all. If you are having fun, you are too fucking comfortable. If your butt cheeks don't clench a little bit, then my friends, you are not being challenged, and no one is being critical of your role or your privilege, and you are not growing. This is that moment, though. This is a time for self-reflection on the reason you are really here. And if you aren't really here for us, I mean really here for us, please go home and please let us fight for our fucking lives in peace. Also, please fucking say excuse me when you cut someone's fucking path. If Black Lives Matter, then watch how you are treating the black folks in the space around you. Okay? It's my biggest pet peeve when people walk, black people, your parents tell you not to cut someone's path, and y'all cut paths all the time and don't say excuse me. You bump into me, you bump into my daughter, and don't say a word. Look me in my eye when you.
All right, so let's step back here real quick.
Simple.
And
Have some home training, y'all.
yeah, I'm gonna say this is that, and maybe the point of a lot of the speeches is, to educate.
Nikki said y'all can also give them your parking spaces so you can park closer.
I think, and we don't record a lot, too much of the speaker. I mean, we try to record some speakers, but, sometimes these guys speak for hours and hours and hours. And, I mean, there's a big crowd that's here and everything, and I hear what people are saying. I hear what a lot of the speakers are saying. They're like, man, if you work at the bank, shit, you know what I'm saying? Approve that loan if you can. And things like that. But on the flip side of it, I don't know, man. I think that I literally saw these people right here in this neighborhood every day go up there and sustain a protest. I saw these people in this neighborhood every day get their ass whooped and gassed and everything else. And so, I know that these are speeches, and I'm not being critical of this particular speaker, so I don't want anybody to take it that way. But it's like, the thing is the CHAZ is a new development, man. But well before the CHAZ was that just developed because they abandoned the precinct. But before that, you know what I'm saying? I used to tell you guys, man, this crowd is like 90% white. They're getting smacked out here. 95% white some days. Some days it was just me, Future Crystals and a few other people, as you can see, of people of color. And so, you know what I'm saying? I think that, I don't know. I just think that, we just got to be fair about some things, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, like I said, I was out here and literally every single day. It's not hundreds, not thousands. And a lot of these speeches here are for the culture as a whole. They're they're talking to a few hundred people here. The idea is to spread to millions or whatever. But, man, I was left and right with these white people all the time. Every time I got fucked up out here, it was some white people who came and saved me. You know what I'm saying? When you heard me screaming medic, when I couldn't breathe out here, when the tear gas was in my lungs and you heard me wheezing and everything else, you know what I'm saying? The security people taking the rubber bullets and everything else, man, it was just white people out here, man. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and on my stream and discredit the fact. And you know, I'm not, you know, and everybody has their own path, and this is just me talking as me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to discredit the fact that, man, when I was there every single time, I got jammed up out here, and you guys was with me. It was some white people who was out here like, man, you know, hey, what's up, oh? You know what I'm saying? So many of the people didn't know me. So I'll be honest with you, I'm not really on that shit, man. And I'm gonna just keep it real with you, man. I'm not really on that shit of coming over here to Capitol Hill and telling white people how, like, basically they ain't shit and everything else, man. I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? I'll call it fair how I see it. You know what I'm saying? 100%. When I was asking for other people to come out here, when I was asking for other communities to come out here, ain't nobody fucking show up. Nobody showed up. But these people here on Capitol Hill, that's who showed up. That's who showed up and showed out every night. You know what I'm saying? Fearless on the barricade. Fearless over there running the medics. Fearless over there running the mutual aid. Fearless on all these other things. That's who showed up. You guys heard me on the stream. Hey guys, come out here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? If this is what different communities of different colors wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, it would have been different if 10 days ago, people were like, well, this is part of our master strategy here not to come out so we can make sure that the white people go and, you know, they take the L out there with the police so we can step in. So it isn't even like somebody said that was their master plan. You know what I'm saying? This is all on the fly, man. This is all after the fact. And, man, I'm just letting all the people listening to my stream, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm not with that shit. Because when I was down here and you guys saw it, when I was down there several days, jammed up, there's all white people around me except for Eric Calligraphy. You know what I'm saying? It's them people, man. And I just think it's crap to sit over here night after night and for people to sit here and come to Capitol Hill and basically tell these white people they ain't shit just because they're white. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not with that. I'm not with that, and I never will be with that. You know what I'm saying? They call me the global citizen for a reason. The earth is my turf, from Maine to Spain and from Turkey to Albuquerque. You know what I'm saying? You know, all God's people. And just because of the color of your skin, because I've been on the other side of that all over the world. You know what I'm saying? I lived in the Middle East. I wasn't Arab. Didn't speak Arabic, and I was black. Even when I was in a lot of countries in Africa, they're like, oh, well, you're an American, or you don't know the local language. That's why I can speak so many languages. You know what I'm saying? Speak 4 or 5 languages, because I'm like, man, these guys ain't going to hold me down on the language thing. I've been on the other side of the issue where the judgment came just because the way I looked. Just because the way I looked, and it's like, oh, well, man, you must be this or you must be that. And I've had all these opportunities or whatever. And so it's like, I see all these different sides of the coin that a lot of people don't spend. But I swear on my mama and on my kids that I'll never be somebody that's just because you're white or just because you're whatever, that you're different and that you have to hold some kind of situation of guilt or you have to hold some kind of whatever, man. That's some bullshit. I don't agree with it. I'm giving you guys my personal opinion, stepping out from my journalism hat because, man, I need to say that. I've been sitting out here and I've been listening to this. And I've been listening to people just sit here and tell white people like, man, you know what? You guys are crap. You know, you need to do this, that. You haven't done whatever. Nah, man. You know what? I'm on something different, and I'm glad it's my stream because I'm going to say what I got to say. You know what I'm saying? And it's real. You know, I love all God's people. Real deal. You know, for real. And people who came for me, guess what? They ain't look like me. And they came for me every day. Every day. They came for me out here. You know what I'm saying? There's only a few people on the outside who came for me. James Brown brought me a battery pack. You know what I'm saying? My man's in there, he don't want me to say his name, who brought me the bulletproof vest from the Central District. You know what I'm saying? It's only a few people, you know what I'm saying, who came. These people came for me every day, protecting my safety and everything. And I'm not gonna sit up here. I'm gonna get off this subject, but I'm not gonna sit up here. You know, there's no way I could ever come up here to Capitol Hill and be like, well, man, you white people ain't this and you white people ain't that. You know what I'm saying? When we sat there and we all got our ass whipped by the police. On the real, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and fundamentally, I'm telling you, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? People need that, man. I mean, there's a lot of issues. People out there, people need to get past these things, man. You know what I'm saying? People need to get past these things. And I'm not saying people should forget or this and that, but whatever the step is to get past it, let's get past it. Because you know what? Nobody is really saying, like, well, solution, okay, so fine, you feel that way. Like, man, you know what? It's this and that. You're white. You have X, Y, and Z. You know, how do we get past these things in our society? I'm not one of these people who's like, oh, snap a finger, I'm going to forget this and that and everything else. And I know my disposition is different. You guys saw me get my ass whipped by the police out here every day. And every day, man, next day I wake up, man, positive. Like, man, because that's where I am in life. And I know everybody ain't there. And I'm not expecting everybody to be there. But every day I wake up positive. Like, man, you know, I mean, and that's them. But that's how I can sit here and I can talk to a chief and not be like, oh, man, you know, what about this and that or everything else? Because, man, you know, this is just a trip to be up here, and it's like, man, it's a trip to be up here and to listen to these things and whatever else, man. And you know, I mean, it's just wild, you know. Like I said, man, it's a global citizen, you know. And however these steps or wherever these steps, and man, you know, I'm that's what something I'd be ready to be part and parcel of. I'm not trying to be part of all these backroom dealings with these politicians and whoever and everything else. People are like, appreciate you too, thank you. Not trying to be part of none of that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because we already know how that all ends up, man. That's probably already planned out, you know. That's that. But, you know, a fundamental change, man, where, you know what, we could really see each other and, you know, an eye to eye in a real way. That's something that I commit myself to. You know, I'm not trying to commit myself to being in some smoke-filled room downtown with this leader and this organization or whatever else. But I'm committed to, man, humanity. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm committed to. I'm committed to humanity. I'm committed to, like, you know, better relationships and understanding between people. I'm committed to, like, man, you know what I'm saying, fundamental understanding and everything else, man. And I'm not with the shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And I got every reason to be with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, man, my mom started this organization, Mothers for Police Accountability. So I was 16, the police beat my ass, me and my brothers. They beat us up on 29th and Jackson. You know what I'm saying? We filed a lawsuit against the city and everything. I could really be here, man. You know what I'm saying? All these years later, angry and everything else. You know? I mean, I have a reason. But what you saw in the Pink Umbrella video, what'd you see it come out my mouth? I didn't know none of them people. Hey, guys, let's calm down. Let's de-escalate. I had every right to be there as an angry black man who done got his ass whipped by the police, that probably lost out on opportunities because of my blackness, and I'm big and a loud voice and everything. And in that moment, man, it could be like, you know, oh, which way is it gonna go? I mean, for me, it wasn't even no second thought. I don't even think like that. But I'm like, man, let's de-escalate this. Let's shut this down. You see me time after time on this stream. Like, hey, man, let's de-escalate. Let's turn this down. And I know there's a lot of ways to be able to get to the finish line. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just like whatchamacallit. If you're in Renton and you're trying to get to Linwood, you got two different routes. You can take the 405 or the I-5. They'll both get you there. So I'm not saying that there isn't different routes to get there or whatever, but I'm just telling you, man, I'm not with the shit. You know what I'm saying? I love all God's people, you know, on a real deal. And I can...
Thanks so much, Kelly. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it.
I have already endured. Our meeting will be like a giant grandfather clock running backwards. At her kitchen table, she will sit me down, put my arms across the table and stretch them back and press my cuticles with the force of Catholic guilt. She tells me, build your own altar. I scatter the glitter from my father's broken shot glasses across the base of my altar, pull shooting stars out of my abdomen and let them rest where they choose. I use my bloody fingertips as muse. I stare into those footsteps my mother left behind, cast out fear and guilt. My grandmother tells me never to forget how to break sorrow with more sorrow and how to break into fits of laughter to save myself. I stare at her with question marks in my eyes. She knows I am here for healing. She tells me we will be okay. She tells me we are not suffering. We are not people that are suffering. We are just suffering the aftermath of broken promises. She tells me we will be okay. She tells me never to forget how to break sorrow with more sorrow and how to break out into fits of laughter to save myself. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I got one more. I'm tired of doing this poem, but I'm gonna do it.
Fuck it up, Chelsea.
Teamwork, make a dream work. Okay. Can you all hear me? Okay. I am sitting on a stool inside of Safeway, right across from Rainier and Henderson, staring down aisle 12. There are 4 items displayed that I can pick up and walk out with if I have just enough change. Greeting cards, digestive help, pain relief, and cough and cold. I assume I can find some relief for my back pain, maybe some Tums or Imodium to ease my lactose intolerance, but I don't think I'll find a card that I like. Nor will I find a card that will ease the suffering Trayvon Martin's mother feels while she lies awake at night. Nor will I find a card that will ease the suffering Tatiana Jefferson's mother feels while she lies awake at night. Nor will I find a card that will ease the suffering Tony McDade's mother feels while she lies awake at night. Nor will I find a card that will ease the suffering Michael Brown's mother feels while she lies awake at night. Nor will I find a card that will ease the suffering Tamir Rice's mother feels while she lies awake at night. Nor will I find a card that will ease the suffering I feel when I lie awake at night. The sound of racial slurs murmured in the folds of my sheets, the kind that rise and fall in my chest, growing into a chaotic mantra on television screens across the U.S. And I hope I don't see that race card sitting on that colorful shelf, waiting to commit a suicidal dive into my hands. There is not a card that embodies all truth, so please don't go long and throw it in my face. There is a person standing next to me. Brown leaf dusted, skin mild in manner, I ear hustle. Hear them say they're a mama's boy. Flowers their lips on their mother's cheeks before they leave, kind of mama's boy. They admit their parents are their perfect roommates. And that is why they will never leave the garden. But I can't help but wonder if there is a bullet waiting for them somewhere. A point of...
Shout out to Chelsea Richardson. Finishing the poem without a mic. Didn't need no mic. No mic, Chelsea Richardson. That was amazing, right? We got dope artists in our community. We got a few more artists left to go, so if you're hanging in there with us, hang in here with us. This is what we call a teach-in if you ain't never been to a teach-in. It's a space that we fill with art and culture, but we also want to make sure you get the information. As an educator, I know that if I want you to learn something, I got to give you something to attach it to, right? You got to have some structure in your mind. So we use art and culture to teach, and that's what we're doing here in this space. Can you say teaching? Teaching. Teaching. It's like our family right here said, this is not a festival. This is not a party. And I'm going to push it a little farther. This is an occupation. It was a protest move to an occupation. And we're going to occupy this space. We're going to take up space. Because as black people, especially as black femmes, black women, and black queer folks, we are often taught to take up less space. Take up as little space as you can. Interrupt whiteness as little as you can is what we're taught. And right now we are here to interrupt whiteness all the fucking way. So we got another incredible artist for you. You ready to show some love? Put your hands up together. Get that energy ready. Let's warm the space up. Let's keep it warm. Let's keep it warm. Show some love for Evo Barton. What's up, y'all?
That's okay. I think we should just leave the chairs there.
Well, yeah, that's how we're doing.
Give it up for Relby Free for keeping me alive. What's up, y'all? My name is Evo Barton. I use they, them pronouns. If you've never used they, them pronouns before, it sounds like this. Evo came to do the most amazing poetry I've ever seen in my life. They were very attractive. I really wanted to give them $20. Tell me their Venmo. Alright, cool. So before I get started, I'm just gonna do one thing. Can y'all say the name Nina Pop?
Nina Pop.
Say Nina Pop.
Nina Pop.
Say Monica Diamond.
Monica Diamond.
Say Monica Diamond.
Monica Diamond.
Say Tony McDade.
Tony McDade.
Tony McDade.
Tony McDade.
These are 3 black transgender folks that have been murdered due to violence over the past 3 months. So just like my colleague said, black trans lives matter. Keep us in your conversations. Keep us in your mouth. In your mouth. And as a matter of fact, I want you to make some noise as loud as you can right now, because I just don't want to hear those names connected to silence ever again. So if y'all can make some noise. Cool. Fantastic. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to read 2 poems, one of which is going to be off my phone. So it's going to be a phone poem. So you're just going to have to deal with that. Great. So y'all know the song by Beyonce, Freedom? Can y'all sing the chorus for me? And then I'll start the poem. Cool. Ready? Go. Beyonce's only employing these folks in the back over here, just so that you know. All right. When I first came out to my mother, her first reaction was
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. The gear is crazy, crazy efficient. I notice when I take the gear off, I like smell everything in the atmosphere. With this on, I don't smell anything. I smell nothing. I'll take this off and it just smells horrible down here. It smells like fucking like old tear gas and fucking just a bunch of shit as soon as I take the mask off. So yeah, this shit is working really good. Mostly got it for Seattle. The Seattle trip, if you guys don't know, Sunday. We're planning on going to Seattle to cover what they got out there. I'm breathing the gear pretty good too. Planning on going Sunday.
Power to the people!
Rebecca, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, Rebecca. Shout out to Rebecca, guys. Hey, if you guys are watching and you haven't already, please share this. It helps get helps get more people to see this. It gets more people to come down here too. So every share counts. Thank you guys so much. It might be pre-recorded, but earlier it sounded so tired. I don't know if it was the speaker itself or if it was like a live speaker. The guy that was on it, he sounded super tired. Leave now. Woo. It's starting to rain a little bit more. I wish I had brought my umbrella. Not for myself, but for the phone's sake. And I'm gonna keep it raining. Yeah, it does change. The words change up. I heard him stutter one time too, so sometimes it's not live. Sometimes it's like, sometimes No, Melon. So, sometimes it is live. I know that for sure. Because one of the times, the guy was all stuttering. It was hilarious. Everybody started laughing at him.
Was that you? I thought that was you. It's probably something.
The police all have diarrhea. What?
Listen, I wouldn't deny that was me. You know that.
Right. Thank you, KJ. Appreciate it.
Take cover.
That was huge. Thank you, Sylvia. I appreciate that. I'm doing good, Dan. Thank you for asking. Yeah, my voice sounds muffled because of the respirator. Throw glitter.
This is the Portland Police Bureau. This is a civil disturbance, and we have declared an unlawful assembly. Leave the area now, or you will be subject to use of force to include crowd control conditions. Leave now. Secure the area between Waterfront Park, the Broadway, Lincoln, the Southwest Army Mill. Leave now. This is the Portland Police Bureau. This is a civil disturbance, and we have declared an unlawful assembly. Leave the area now, or you will be subject to use of force to include crowd control conditions.
I like that butterfly sign.
Shut the fuck up!
Mount Eden. Oh yeah, I forgot my earbuds.
If you haven't already, guys, please follow the page. You can swipe out and go to my page or follow, or there will be a button in there that you can follow too. Appreciate it so much, guys. Keep you guys updated. Also, if you didn't hear earlier, Andrew Mercado is going to be down here tomorrow. We'll be linking up. We'll be going live. We'll be discussing things, and we're taking a trip out to Seattle too. So stay tuned for that too. Appreciate you guys.
Let me put my earbuds in before you do anything nutty. Yeah, get ready for them troops. Fire. One of the protesters threw a huge fucking. Fuck! They're shooting! Fuck! I got shot with a fucking bullet!
That wasn't us that time, that was the police. Woo! Oh shit! They're going crazy.
They got fucking bullets.
this is. No,
That wasn't fireworks.
that was the police.
We're pinned.
Yeah, no, that definitely is not fireworks. That's the police.
They're stopping us! They're stopping us! Wait, they won't let us in.
That's why everybody ran.
Hey, they're telling us not to! They're stopping us! They're stopping us! They're stopping us! The cops are telling us to move!
Yeah, that's it's not fireworks, guys. This is them.
The cops have corralled us.
Now this is fireworks. Okay, that was the firework. That time that was the firework. They treat their classmates
There's cops following us. They pinched us in. There was some cops that told us to fucking move, and then the other cops stopped us from moving. Right now, there's protesters that are moving up the road while the cops follow us. We have our hands up, and the cops are still pointing their weapons at us.
Okay, so from what I saw, it seemed like there was people throwing fireworks also, but they were throwing flashbangs as well. So it was like a mixture of fireworks and flashbangs.
Walk! Walk!
Jeez. Oh shit.
The cops are still following us. What street is this?
Okay, so now you see me walking away from the bigger group of people.
Do you know what street we're on?
Now these cops are just fucking harassing us. We're already leaving. Fuck, they're still shooting shit at us.
There's cops, all kinds of cops.
Hold on.
There's all kinds of cops that are still following us and pushing us. I have no idea what you're talking about, so keep it civil. But right now the cops are following us up Columbia. I was shot in the leg. Fucking damn near missed my nuts. Oh, they're fucking chasing us now. We were walking, trying to get the fuck out of there, and then they just fucking pushed on us. And the cops are seriously chasing us now. Oh, there's one.
We are peaceful. We are peaceful. You are not resisting.
Cops started to push us.
Hey!
And now I'm at 5th. Oh, fuck. Still pushing.
I didn't know that was a cop next to me. Jeez. I had no idea that was a cop. I thought that was... I thought that was just a random person.
Fuck you.
I thought it was a protester.
I got shot in the leg.
It's hard to tell the difference now. Everybody's geared up.
They're not using rubber.
I thought it was a fucking protester next to me.
They're saying it's rubber.
Hey, but I'll tell you right now, one thing that I did just see is that cop was chasing those people, and the
All cops
officers.
are bastards.
I heard at least 2 or 3 of the officers tell him
All
to
cops are
leave him alone.
bastards.
He's like, leave him alone. So, I mean, accountability is happening a little bit. It may not be at a crazy rate, but I don't know.
There's some cops that are questioning some
I swear I
people.
thought that was a protester next to me, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't went home. It's hard to be able to tell the difference between protesters and cops now.
All cops. Fucking, what the fuck? Fuck. Wow, that was fucking insane, dude. Be pinned up like that. That was insane. Having one batch of cops tell us to move and the other batch tell us not to move. I got shot. I can't. It's too close to my.
I'm not gonna cap. I don't get scared easily. I don't get scared easily. But I'll say that was the first time that I've actually been scared in this protest, because I thought I was gonna. As soon as I knew it was a police officer, I was like, bro, he's about to throw me to the I can't talk. I wasn't afraid of getting arrested, and I wasn't afraid of getting hurt, but I was afraid of getting embarrassed. You know what I mean? Like, it would be so awkward to get arrested on live.
So lucky
I thought he was gonna throw me to the ground, and you guys would all be watching me get arrested.
Oh my God.
That's what I was afraid of. After I found out it was a cop, I was like, whoo, let me get out of here. Jeez. That would have been so embarrassing.
Yeah. It looks like they got somebody on the ground. Did they arrest somebody?
Ben, yeah, what?
They arrested somebody?
Yeah, they arrested like half of our group because they had body armor on.
Yeah, I know. I saw the Twitch streamer.
Because they had body armor on?
They literally said out loud, I have it on video, grab the guys with the body armor. What? Yeah, yeah, they're on my live right now. I have it all on video.
So apparently the cops went after people with body armor.
Yeah, so I think
they specifically said it. Are you on Instagram or what?
Yeah, I'm on live right now.
Okay.
I plan to download the video.
Fuck. I hope y'all clip that shit.
And
they all have the keys.
Yeah, all of them have the keys to all of their cars.
Right now we're looking at a couple kids.
Yeah, I know I would have been bailed out, but
arrested.
it just would have been embarrassing, you know what I mean? Getting slammed to the ground on live.
Yeah, they're gonna
that
do
would
whatever
have
they
been
can
fucking
to make their
embarrassing.
life hell right now.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Emily. Yeah, by the way, Ben got arrested. Nice to see you.
Tully, we've actually been picking up different casings and different ammunition that they've
Appreciate
been
it. Thank
using.
you guys.
I had it yesterday, or I don't remember when it was now. I showed you a bag. Somebody brought a bag of all the different things they picked up, and they had like none of it was rubber.
So
it's just hard
we were
plastic.
at the back of the Justice Center, for those that don't know.
And some of them was like hard plastic, and inside of it had
hold on, I'm waiting for these cops to pass.
Paint, staining paint that doesn't wash away, and
so
then there's
we were
paint that does wash
in the
away.
back of the
There's
Justice
also
Center,
pepper
and
bullets encased in plastic, and then there
they
was
kept
like
saying
these
that
bigger
we needed to
shells,
leave,
and
yada
they were
yada.
just hard plastic.
And then somebody threw a
It wasn't
fat ass
even rubber at all.
firework, or it was either the police or it was one of the
Yeah, I
one of the
got
officers.
shot.
but a big ass bang went off, and then a flashbang started getting thrown. We started running away.
Ever so close.
And then I followed the smaller group because I wanted to get a side angle of what was happening.
That's what I
and
worry
a
about
group of
the
police
most.
followed the small group that we had. And
Good luck, y'all.
a cop ended up being like 2 inches away from me, but I thought he was a protester in the gear.
It's one thing that kind of sucks
And
about
one of the
these
cops was chasing the
protests is
crowd
it's
with
like
his
starting to
baton, and he was swinging it at
realize
people.
that